Hey guys, how are you? This is Bruce. Welcome to my channel. Usually my son Trace is with me, but today he's not with me, so I'm doing this video by myself. I went out on an adventure today. Actually, I was going to visit my uncle, and he wasn't home, so since I was out on the east side of Columbus, I went ahead and stopped by a half-price bookstore. I'm sure you guys have probably been to those or have stuff that's similar to that in your neck of the woods. But sometimes I go to these half-price bookstores and get lucky. Sometimes I don't. But today I think I did pretty good. So I was going to go ahead and share with you exactly what it was that I found. I had a huge stack of books picked out, and then I just kind of chiseled that down a little bit and stuck to the ones that I really needed and couldn't live without, or possibly couldn't find better deals with. At first I was a little turned off because I started looking through the books, and some of the stuff from the 90s was like $5, and I felt like I was in some comic book store. But then I started finding some other deals, and I think overall, I mean, half of the stuff was overpriced, and the other half was pretty decently priced. So I'm going to show you what I got. Meanwhile, don't forget, like and subscribe and hit the notification bell, and definitely share this video. Check out all of our other videos. We do stuff about comic books, Legos. Last week we just went to the Brick Fest, so we did a video on that. But check all that stuff out, and we hope that you guys return. And meanwhile, let's go ahead and show you what I found. So I'll save these big ones for last. Those and those. So these are in no order. So I'm just randomly picking them up off the pile. And we'll start it off with a G.I. Joe. And that is number 62 for $1.50. This book's probably from the 90s, and this one's in pretty good shape. It's got a couple little ticks on the spine. I never really collected G.I. Joe, but I've been grabbing a bunch lately, or they've just been falling into my lap, so I went ahead and got it. So there's that one. And here's another one that's kind of been falling into my lap lately. I think I first saw or heard about this issue spiking at one point, maybe on Comic Tom or Gem Mint. I don't remember who. By the way, check those guys out. They're pretty fun and pretty cool to watch. But Tech World was one that I picked up. I've been finding a lot of these lately, and they're usually pretty inexpensive, but that was $1.50. It's an older book. It's William Shatner. I don't know if he wrote it or what, but he's starring in it, and that's number 3. And then I got another one, number 6. And I only paid $1.50 for those, and those are probably from the 90s. And then here was another one. It's a different series. It's called Tech War Chronicles, but it's by Blue Water Comics, I guess. And it's number 1. So I don't know anything about it, but I figured I'd go ahead and grab it. For an older issue and for $1.50, it's from June of 2009. So couldn't pass it up. Here's another one that's been kind of falling into my lap lately. Obviously, he was in the last part of Thor: Love and Thunder. So prior to that movie coming out, I have been just picking up some of the older issues where he starred in his own series. So this was issue number 2. And I believe that's issue number 3. And these are both in really good shape, and again, $1.50, 60-cent covers. Here's my favorite guy, probably a lot of yours also, but I grew up with this guy. Spidey Super Stories is what I started out with when I was young, and that's what got me really interested in reading and the art. So here's one that I collected a lot, and I'm just kind of, I don't even know which ones I have or need, but I kind of know the ones I have, obviously, but I'm just kind of filling in whatever gaps I find. I paid $4 for that. I probably didn't really mean to pick this one up because I think the rest of them were $2 or $3. But number 104, and these are all in pretty good shape. Here we have Avengers West Coast or West Coast Avengers. I don't really know what it's supposed to be. I've never collected this issue, but I figured it's an older book and it's $1.50. I couldn't pass it up. This is number 8. That's an annual number 8. This was a mistake. I didn't mean to grab that one. I don't know anything about this, but I got stuck with $2. I don't know if it's worth it. What's the name of this? Echolands. And maybe you hold it that way. I thought it was a sideways cover. But I don't know anything about that. Here's one that I think is good. Just because the X-Men are coming into the Marvel Universe, and here is part of a miniseries. I don't know if I got all of them. I think I only got a few of them, but this is number 3 in a 4-part miniseries, Nightcrawler. So snatch that up, and 75-cent cover, $2. I paid for that. And okay, I did get another one, $2, number 4, Nightcrawler. Both of these are in really good shape. They are in really, really good shape. That one's got a little bend right there. But that's number 4, 75-cent cover. Oh, I did get another one. Looks like it's pretty good. Nightcrawler number 2. It's got a little Jaws theme going on there, I guess. So that's number 2 in the 4-part miniseries. And then we're back over to Peter Parker. I paid $2 for that one. That is number 95. One of my favorite characters. I don't know who that is on there. Is that supposed to be Emma Frost, maybe? With that costume. Obviously, we got Black Cat. I don't know who he is, and I don't know who that dude is, but I'm not sure what the theme is going on there, but I like it. Here's another Peter Parker, and we've got a special appearance by the Wasp. I'm sure she was in earlier issues. I would think so. This is issue number 105, 65-cent cover. I paid $2 for that. It's in really good shape. I've not really collected any of these, but I've always been drawn to them. This is Civil War 2, number 0. And I figured for $2, why not pick it up? I've been slowly adding to this series. Here's a free comic book day, Civil War 2. Thanos on the cover. Sometimes these do pretty well since they were free comic books and people disregard them. But again, $2 for that one. All right, and they let me come behind the desk, and First Lady was hesitant, but she went ahead and let me go behind the desk and look at the stuff she was checking out. This is a Captain America, number 400. I paid $3 for it. And looks like it's got some kind of a fold-out cover on the back. It's got a little cover variant going on over there. Not sure what all the deal is with it. But come to find out, she actually collects comic books and she snatches them. She gets first dibs on them there. So, but I don't think she's a comic hoarder because she did leave some pretty good ones out in the field for us. All right, and here's number 1, Nightcrawler. So I did get all 4 of those. Sometimes you get lucky and you can get those. you can get a complete run. I've done it a few times of some smaller run series. I paid $3 for that, and that's the number one. And usually you go into these places and all the number ones are gone, but not this one. And these were all in really good shape. All right, Peter Parker, number 113, 75-cent cover. Again, excellent shape, and I paid $3 for that one. West Coast Avengers, I guess that's what this is. It's an annual number 7 for $1.50. I'm picking it up. West Coast Avengers, number 99, $1.50. Yep, $1.50. I'm grabbing it. West Coast Avengers, number 98, for $1.50. Another, these were all behind the desk, by the way, so I just went ahead and snatched them. This has Ultron in it, West Coast Avengers, number 89. If any of these are pretty good or have any significance, comment below for sure. I have to look them up eventually, but if you guys already know, let me know. Let me know if I did good. Let me know if I did bad. West Coast Avengers, number 90, $1.50 cover. I'm assuming that might be the Vision. It says Family Feud, so we've got Wanda, we've got the Vision, and perhaps that's Ultron. I don't know. I don't know who did this cover. This one's not for me, but I did pick it up for my little buddy Trace, who's usually with me on these shopping excursions and these videos, but he loves Deathstroke, so every time I see a Deathstroke, I snatch it up. It's number 14, and I paid $1.50. Here's another classic, G.I. Joe, just a filler, not in bad shape. It's got a couple little dings on the spine, but for $1.50, a G.I. Joe comic book from the 90s, 75-cent cover. You can't beat it. And I don't know anything about this book. I did pick it up one other time. I don't know who this character is, never researched him, but Night Thrasher. It's a number 1. It's got this glossy 90s cover thing going on. $1.50 is what I paid. So again, I'm going to pick it up if it's that cheap and from that era. And it's a number 1, and Night Thrasher could be coming out in the MCU at some point in time. You know, they're always introducing new characters. So there's a bunch of new shows coming out. He could pop up. So I grabbed it. All right. And then these last ones, these were the best ones. And I was actually shocked when I looked up some of them. This one I didn't look the price up. I paid $3 for it. It's an Alex Ross cover. I think it's I don't know if it's a variant or not, but Marvel's X, number 4, Alex Ross cover. It's in pretty good shape. I feel like, did I look this one up? I don't think I looked this one up. But Alex Ross, I figured with that. Because the other couple Alex Ross ones I found were valued pretty good. Secret Wars. I've collected the older versions from the 90s. I don't know what year these came out. But this is an Alex Ross cover, and I want to say it was like $40 or something. Now I paid $5, and I paid $3 for that last one. So Secret Wars, and I had all the prices fresh in my mind with what I looked them up at, but now it's starting to slip. So this is called Marvel's Annotated. It's a really cool Alex Ross cover. And this one was about a $50 book also, in the condition that it's in. It's got a couple little ticks on the spine. It's like $40 or $50, and I paid $5. I couldn't believe I found a 30-cent cover and $2 for Omega #6. I know I saw something or heard something about this comic book at one point, but for the price and a 30-cent cover, this is probably from the 70s or early 80s, and it is a Romita, and so I'm sure it's Romita Senior, obviously, and somebody that begins with a C. I can't really tell, but I'm gonna grab it for $2. Lady Death. Some of these I see go for decent money, so I got a hunch. I looked it up. Gosh, all the prices are slipping. This is #1, Dragon Wars. I want to say it was like a 150 CGC 9.8. And this one, I haven't taken it out or anything, but it looks really good. I did pay $10 for it. It was under lock and key in their little vault area, but I grabbed it. Here's a sweet issue, and this is possibly one of I'm gonna say there was like 3 or 4 I did really good on, but this one I did really good on, and it's in really good shape. I don't think there are, without looking closely, I don't think there's any color breaks, no bends. This book's in really good shape. And at first I thought it was a reprint, because I don't collect Wonder Woman really, but unless it's got Gail Gadot on it, but I never really see this type of writing, and the book just looked so crisp and clean that I thought it was a reprint at first, and then I looked it up. I think what is that, number 203? Yeah, number 203. I looked it up, and it was like $175 for a CGC 9.8, and this was $20. And a raw book in this grade, I think, was about $70. I'm assuming probably mostly because of the bondage issue, and I don't know what else, but every time I kept pulling this issue up, there were like 4 issues that always kept, like, people would bundle them together, so maybe there's some kind of a story that was involved in this. But if you guys know what the scoop is, by all means comment below. But this I am super stoked on, as well as that Lady Death and the Alex Ross ones. All right, and at first I thought, wow, I can't believe it, Vampirella #1, because they're so similar, but at closer glance, it's not Vampirella, it's Vampiris Carmilla, which is kind of a knockoff, and it is a #1. I think a CGC 9.8 is about $170 or $190, if I'm not mistaken. And this one, I want to say, I was feeling it might be worth about $45, and I paid $10. But I really like the cover, the art on this. It's very similar to the Vampirillas. Really like it. And looks like this is the last one, and I probably paid about what it's worth. It might be worth a little more, but I just couldn't pass it up because of a few things. #1, it's one of my favorite characters besides Spider-Man, and it's the Hulk. And I grew up with the Hulk also, The reading I remember was always a little tougher, but the pictures and the fighting and all that was really cool. So it always pulled me in. But out of all the years I've been collecting, I've never seen this type of book. So it's not, I've seen the bigger ones, like the real huge ones, and obviously the normal comics, but this one is like a magazine size. It's about the same size as that Vampirus or whatever her name was. So, the Vampirillas were bigger, so it's not the big magazine type. So this is kind of like somewhere in between. But this is Hulk, August. It's 1980, number 22. I only paid $10 for that. But, the CGC, it was a good, like $190, but that was a 9.8. This isn't a 9.8. It's got like a little tear there, and that tear's on the second page also. So this might be about a $10 book or something. But look at the artwork on that. That is just totally awesome. And the inside of this book is crispy white and in great shape. It's got great color. Now, let's see here. This is done by, looks like Dewey, O'Neill, and Howie Shakin, which I know he did Star Wars. So I don't know who did the cover. I can't see who did the cover, but that's a good pickup, and I just like it, so I had to get it. But anyway, that's it for today. Tell me what you guys think. I appreciate you stopping by. Let me know if you think I did good, and comment below. Share this video. Hit the notification bell. All that fun stuff. And hopefully we see you next time. Thank you very much. Have a great day. We love you. Peace out.